This is jrun.net, and this is a review of the 2Phone 3-in-1 case for the iPhone 4, given to me from the guys at rebelsimcard.com to review. Basically what it is, it's got three different purposes. First is that it's a case, it covers the back, a little bumper, it covers the sides as well, so it's got full protection other than the screen. It also acts as a small backup battery, and the case itself allows you to have a second SIM card installed and used at the same time as the built-in SIM card in your iPhone. So you can use two SIM cards at once for voice. And the case here is unlocked, so it can be used with any carrier that can use these bands here, 918, 850, 19. So let's go ahead and kind of show you around the actual case itself first. It is very lightweight, even with the battery. Compared to the weight of the iPhone 4, you won't really notice it too much. It is about the same thickness as the iPhone 4 itself, so you are adding about double the thickness, even though it is kind of curved on the edges, so it's not a complete brick you're holding, but it does add a bit of thickness to it. The actual bumper itself, which kind of holds the phone in the case, is a pretty flexible plastic. It's got little holes for the vibration switch, speaker, the mic, and the headset. And for the extra SIM card feature, the battery this comes with actually serves two purposes. Its main purpose is to actually power the case. The case does not use the power from the iPhone, it uses power from the battery. And as long as there's 50% battery life left in this battery, it can charge the iPhone 4. However, once this reaches 50% or less, it will not charge the iPhone. So let's go ahead and put it in here. I'll put in a T-Mobile UK SIM here, and my iPhone 4 is locked to Vodafone. We take the phone, slide it in like this, make sure it's kind of flush on the top here, then take the top part of the bumper here and put that on the top first and make sure it's on both corners and hold it there while you push it down the other sides. Otherwise, make it kind of stuck and it won't have a complete closure here on top. So make sure it's snapped in all the way, all the sides here. So there you go. It's a very nice clean fit all around all the edges. So along the sides here, it does cover up the volume buttons, and you have to press a lot harder to actually get the volume to go up and down. It's a bit of an annoyance. Plus now with the vibrate switch kind of covered around by the bumper here, you can't just flip it with your thumb. I have to actually get my fingernail in here to adjust it. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. The power button here is also covered. It's easy to touch. You got the headphone jack. And of course, you got a hole for the mic here. It now has a micro USB connection for both charging and for syncing with your computer. The hole for the speaker, and on the back we've got the hole for the camera and the LED flash. In order to use the actual dual SIM part of the case, you need to be jailbroken and add the 2Phone app. You do that simply by opening up Cydia and adding a new source. So click on Manage Sources, Edit, Add, then go to www.2phone.com/Cydia and give it a few minutes for it to give it a few seconds to add. So you see the 2Phone here. Download the 2Phone app and install it. I am using 4.3.3. It also worked fine on 4.3. Take a few seconds for it to install here. Once it's installed, you'll need to restart the Springboard. Now it's saying please activate it, so all you need to do is open the app basically. 2Phone here. So here's a 2Phone app. On the main screen here at the keypad, you can see that I'm connected to my T-Mobile UK SIM, and I'm also connected to my Vodafone UK SIM, which means I can place or receive calls from both SIMs. So let's go ahead and make a test call here. So it's very similar to the standard iPhone keypad. So there you go. I'm calling from. So now let's go ahead and call the number back. And there you go. And at the same time, I can still call from my normal Vodafone SIM. So the same thing. It's working. And now the 2Phone app is not active on the screen here, and I can still receive calls. It'll show up as a notification. Go ahead and view. Then actually pick it up, and the call's connected. Now the interface itself, we've got contacts, messages for text messaging, recent call log, and then the different settings here. Here's where you can set the different volumes and ringtones for the 2Phone. You can either select the 2Phone ringtone or any of the standard iPhone tones. You can also select the text message tone. You can set the message center, which is for voicemails, and you can do your SIM pin. Other than that, it is just basically the iPhone dial pad phone app, just with a different SIM card. So now, assuming you have 50% battery life or greater, and unfortunately there's no numeric battery, so you gotta just kind of guess if you have 50% or more, you press and hold the green battery charging button here, and it'll start charging your phone. And you can tell it's charging when the orange lights are turned on there, and you got the nice little charge icon. Now, with the full battery of the 2Phone, I've been only able to charge my iPhone about 20%, and you can just press and hold it again and turn it off. Light came on, and I'm no longer charging. Again, only with a full battery can you do 20%. Anything less than that will, of course, be able to charge your phone less. So these two buttons here, this one actually can end the call, but the call button doesn't actually start a call. So let's say I just call some random number and then click call, nothing happens. However, the end button can actually end the call, like so. And unfortunately, you cannot use the 2Phone to use a data plan through your other SIM card. It's only for voice and text messaging. So one drawback is the speaker phone. This is a test. So as you can see, it doesn't sound very good. It's a little scratchy, and it's not very loud. So I'm going to go ahead and hang up and try calling the normal line. Now here is a much better speaker. Looks like the 2Phone is using a different speaker, or maybe its own internal speaker, but either way, it's not as good. So there you go. This is the 2Phone 3-in-1 case for the iPhone, allowing you to have a small extended battery, as well as use a second SIM card at the same time as your normal iPhone 4 SIM card. This was actually given to me by Rebel Sim, and you can go buy it at rebelsimcard.com. This is Aaron.net, and thanks for watching our review.